good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I have my camera up a little bit higher, so let me adjust. Oh, look at that. That's special. We are talking about motivation this week, and I wore one of my favorite shirts, Choose Your Attitude. If you've not heard of this brand, I would suggest you go to chooseyourattitude.com. And I think you get a 10% discount if you do like Sugarmeyer 10 or something like that. I think you get a discount. But anyway, um, today we're talking about motivation and choice. Hopefully now you can hear me. And the power of choice and some of the visualizations that we can see within our mind to help us get to our goals. And yesterday this topic came about because yesterday, actually I still have my little thing on. I do a workout class every single Wednesday. It's one of these high intensity training workouts or whatever. And I was not motivated to go. And here we are in the middle of motivation week. And I'm talking about how to get motivated. And I just wasn't. And I had all of these things in my head that I had told myself, like, oh, yeah, this is like football. Like, this is a bye week. I could just be off. And the truth is, I have a workout partner and I just wasn't feeling it and she wasn't going. So I just told myself, I have an excuse. That this is how the human brain works, not just Jen Sugarmeyer. So don't pretend like this never happens to you. So I wasn't feeling like working out. I've been doing a lot of writing to be very honest with where I'm at right here. I've been doing a lot of writing. I'm writing my third book right now. And I have not been outside as much, which means I've not had as much of that oxygen to my brain. And these are things that I need to really function. And so all of us do. We need that fresh air. We need to get oxygen flowing throughout our body. And when we don't, it can kind of get us off track a little bit. And that's where I was. I was off track. I'm like, why start now? I'll start next week. I've kind of botched a whole lot of whatever. So I had in my mind that I was going to skip this class and I ended up going. It was like 5 minutes before, I'm going to miss this class. And I'm like, go, Jed, just go. So I threw my clothes on and I went. It's just right across the street. So I just walked on over. And as I was doing this class, the exercise teacher, she was saying all of these visualizations. And I thought, oh, this is so powerful. This is exactly what I needed. So, right in the middle of motivation week, even Jen Sugarmeyer can get unmotivated. And I remembered the power of visualizations. So, we're going to talk about those and how they can help you achieve your goals because it's in our mind. It's in our mind. It's mind over matter. And that matters so much. So, first, where are you trying to go? And visualize yourself there. Now, let's say you are working out and you want your body to look a certain way, or you're building a company, or I don't know, saving for retirement, whatever it is for you. What does your life look like? And think about that. Because if we don't know where we're going, how are we going to get there? And I know it's one step at a time, and we might not have that full, big picture. But let's say you're working out. What are your goals? Some people are, when I used to like do bodybuilding competitions and things like that, um, I would go into the GNC store, the vitamin shops or whatever, and they have all kinds of stuff. Like, you go into the protein section and you got to know what you're going for. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of just protein stuff, but they also have like gains. They have, there's like weight loss stuff. So, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to bulk up? Are you trying to lean down? Are you trying to get muscular? There are different things we're trying to do with our body. So if you just say, I want to work out and get in shape, what does that mean to you? Because what it means to Arnold Schwarzenegger and what it means to Jen Sugarmeyer look different, or maybe they look the same. Maybe I want to bulk up and get really, boxy, and that could be my goal. But we need to be able to visualize what it is so that we know what we're working towards it. You can't just go to the GNC or the vitamin shop and just, I will take anything off the shelf and take it, because that might not help you achieve your goals. So, what do your goals look like? What is that end state? Maybe you're working towards retirement. Okay. Your financial advisor is going to ask you, how much do you need to save? I mean, your financial advisor is going to help you, but what is the lifestyle that you need in order to accomplish your goal? I mean, what does that look like? I mean, do you want to have this lavish lifestyle where you spend $20,000 a month? Or, do you own your home? You don't plan on traveling. There aren't a lot of taxes in your state. Okay, so it costs you $2,000 to live in retirement, um, given those variables. I don't know what your life looks like, but you got to visualize it, because when you visualize what that looks like, then you can start preparing and working towards it. Just like your body. The lady last night, her name is Alexis Cavo. She's great. So if you are here in DFW area, she does a class. I don't know for how long she does it, but anyway, Alexis Cavo, Queen Cavo. I think it's Queen Cavo on Instagram. But she kept saying, like, what do you want your body to look like? What does it look like? And, we're sitting there doing these things, and you're like, oh, I see it. It looks like this. Yes. That's that mind muscle connection. So, as you are getting motivated, what does the end state of whatever you're working on, what does that look like for you? And there are times that things are going to get really hard. And in this class, there are times where you're like, oh, I can't hold this plank anymore, or I can't do any more burpees, or I can't whatever it is. And your mind is telling you, no, give up. Just sit on the ground for a minute. Why are you doing this class? Because this is insane. Why are you doing some high intensity? You were just sitting on the couch. Why is this class in your life right now? And it's so true. Either you tell your mind or your mind tells you. And we say this over and over because it's a choice. It's a choice that we have to make. But if we don't choose it, it gets chosen for us. And we talk about that a lot here on the show, that you are the one that has to be the one in control, because if you aren't happening to life, life is happening to you. This is like multiple ways of saying it. So we say that life is not happening to you. It's if you're not happening to life, it's happening to you. If you're not making the choice, it's being chosen for you. If you don't tell it in your mind, then it's telling you. It's telling you to stop. Stop. You're done. You're done with this class. And you know what? Yeah. But if you say, you know what? I got this. This is easy. I got this class. It's just a mindset thing. It's just my body going, oh, I don't want to do this. But if you take control of your mind and say, you know what? It's that whole thing we talked about yesterday, not, oh, I have to do this, but I get to do this. I mean, that's such a huge thing. I hope you go back and watch yesterday if you didn't already. We talked about the difference of have to versus get to. I get to do this class. I get to work out. Because remember, some people don't get to. Some people wanted to and they got hurt. Some people wanted to and they didn't wake up. So you get to do this class, but you tell your mind what you want your mind to receive. You tell it that, because if you just let your mind run amok, it runs amok. Jen Sugar Myers was running amok yesterday. I'm like, nope, not doing the workout. I don't feel like it. This isn't my week. This is my bye week. Thank you, football, for giving me that vocabulary. But that's not truly what I wanted. And I kept thinking, man, how am I going to feel if I don't do this? And how am I going to feel when I do? So ask yourself, that's the third thing. Ask yourself, what is this going to feel like when it's all done? So you visualize it. What does it look like? Now, what does it feel like? What does tasting victory feel like to you? When you see your body in that outfit, how does it feel? Not just look like. Two snaps. And it doesn't have to be that big of a goal. Like, well, when I'm done working out and I'm where I want to be, what about just today? And I knew I would have this guilt if I didn't go because I go every single Wednesday. And I always feel good. There's camaraderie. There's a whole bunch of people there. And you know what? I am the one and only person that has showed up every single week. I have never missed. In fact, I schedule my traveling around this class. So I'm like, man, if I miss this, who am I letting down? Like, I know Alexis is going to be like, where was Jen? And then I had this perfect attendance because I want a perfect attendance. And I would lose that status. And then I wouldn't feel good about myself. And I knew that I needed it up here. So not only what is my body going to look like, but what am I going to feel like when I'm done with this? And if I don't do it, what am I going to feel? We got to think about these things as well. It's that, what's that ripple effect? So often we make decisions in our lives and we don't think about like, what's the ripple? Ooh, maybe I should have done that. Maybe coulda, woulda, shoulda. We don't want to have those. So let's think as we walk into these situations, is this truly a decision that I want to be making to just stop whatever I'm doing, to not do it? So see it, feel it. Here was another thing that Alexis said last night. She said, imagine, she said, this isn't, you aren't doing this. So remember, we're working out. She said, you're not doing this as a punishment to your body. You're doing it as a reward for what you can do. So this isn't a punishment for what you've done. This is a reward for what you can do. And I thought about this and I thought, ooh, that's so powerful. Because we get working out, and I do this all the time. It was just my birthday like a few weeks ago, and I ate like 13 cupcakes. I'll say that they were smaller, but not like the mini ones, but just like smaller, big cupcakes. Okay, I'm making excuses. I ate 13 cupcakes. And I can tell I've put on a little bit of weight. I see where it goes in my body and I see it in my arms and everything. And like, it's not a big deal. Like, you might not see any of it at all. And the good thing, Jen Sugarmeyer is really tall, so it spreads and whatever. And then I work out, whatever. So I'm working out and I'm like, okay, cupcakes, this is Jen, this is your punishment. This is what you get for all those cupcakes. And that is something that I have told myself. And last night she said, this isn't punishment for what you've done. This is a reward for what your body can do. I was like, thank you so much, Alexis, for that reminder, because we tell ourselves like, I deserve this. I deserve this. And that's how we push through. Well, now I got to do all this work because I was lazy. I was whatever. What if we flipped that around in our mind and we said, wow, it's the whole like, I get to do this. I get to do this. And guess what? I am lucky that I get to challenge my body in a way. I get to be good to my body, to my mind, whatever it is that you're doing. And it doesn't just have to be working out. It could be planning that retirement. Like, I get to plan for my retirement. This is a reward that I'm giving to myself, that one day I get to jump out of corporate. I get to retire from my company that I built. I get to do this and I get to spend time with my family. This is a reward that I get every single, for the rest of my life. I'm working out. This is a reward that I get for all my hard work. So it's not a negative thing. Oh man, I ate all these cupcakes. I mean, you can motivate yourself that way too, but you're rewarding yourself for what you're able to do. You are able to push yourself because you're incredible. You are amazing. The human body, the human mind is so beautiful. I mean, think of all the inventions that we've made and just the technologies. I look at, I've got a friend who's in the process of getting pregnant, and like she has a zillion options and she keeps going down the list of all the different things to try. And I'm like, it's amazing. Like, you don't even need your egg. You don't even need his sperm. Like, you don't even have to be, you don't even have to be in the process. Like, you don't even have to carry the child. Somebody else can do it for you. Like, there's a bazillion things. The mind knew and created and came up with all these things. It's so amazing. So celebrate yourself. Visualize what it is you want your life to look like. Tell yourself, I get to do this. Imagine what it's going to feel like. Tell yourself that the things that you are doing is a reward to yourself. Not, oh, I have to do this. This is such a negative thing. But put yourself in that right mindset. How are you going to feel when you're done? What is your life going to look like? How are you going to feel if you don't do this? And I know for me, even though I was like, literally, I had like a 5-10 minute window and I just got myself up and I said, you know what? And what did it for me was you're going to really regret this, Jen. You are. Because you know that you feel good every time you work out, and for you to just take a week off, why? Because your partner didn't go work out? Having an accountability partner is really awesome. That is a great way of being motivated. And she wasn't feeling well. She hurt her foot. And so physically, she wasn't able to. Otherwise, she'd have been out there with me. And I think in the back of my mind, I was secretly wanting her not to be hurt. But I said, hey, girl, you going to the class? And she said, no, I'm not going this week. And there was a part of me that was like, ha ha ha, there's my excuse. There's my excuse. But you know what? That was my mind taking over, not Jen taking over. So, am I happening to life or is life happening to me? Am I choosing or is life choosing for me? And honest to goodness, she said, nope, not going. And I thought, yeah, then neither is Jen. Woohoo. I get to just sit here and do whatever, work on this or whatever, do nothing. But the truth is, when I visualized how that was going to look, I didn't like the feeling. It didn't feel good for me. So, the power of the mind, we own it. It is so incredible what happens up here. Like all the inventions we've made as people, the strides, oh my gosh, it's so incredible. So, use your mind, let it work for you. But if it's not working for you and it's just kind of running around amok, it's going to tell you, haha, your accountability partner didn't go. You don't have to go. Or it's going to tell you, you don't need this. Or it's going to run wild. That's what the mind does. So you've got to control your mind. When you control your mind, you can't lose. You can't lose. You just keep getting back in the game, getting back in the game. And you tell yourself, this is what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to look like. And one step at a time. And guess what? All of a sudden, before you know it, boom, there it is. There it is. So we've done 4 days of motivation and so much content. So if you've not watched the other days, I would encourage you to go back and listen. Yesterday was really powerful. The whole I get to do this versus I have to do this. And I think yesterday, even I was in a little bit of like, oh, I have to work out. And I'm like, no, I get to, and I get to be good to my body. And this is what my body's going to look like. And this is what it's going to feel like if I don't. And, the whole thing. So That's that for that. We are here live 5 days a week at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. And this is to get you motivated for the day. Whatever we're talking about, it's to get you motivated. So whether we're talking about confidence, whether we're talking about how to ask for a salary, sitting in your success, whatever it is, we're going to have tons of topics. I mean, we do this, 5 days a week. So tons of topics. So we pick a topic a week and we talk through that. And we may have a random popcorn topic, which tomorrow might be something random. So make sure you join tomorrow to see what we're going to be talking about. And I would love if you would subscribe. That means a lot. We are trying to grow this channel, or we are growing this channel, not trying. We talked about trying a few weeks ago. We are growing this channel, which is going to go in the studio at some point. So right now we're in my little apartment, but we will be going into the studio in the next few months, maybe a little more than a few months, but that's the long-term goal. So this is this is morning motivation to get you prepared for the day. So when you go out there, you are killing it. You are crushing it, ladies. We are here to do this together. So reach out to me, higherandheels@gmail.com. Let me know what you want to talk about, some of the things that are relevant to you, any coaching that you want, all of that. Like, subscribe, share, and I will see you back here tomorrow. How do we end this? What are we doing? We're coming up. We want the world to know. We're gonna let it show. That's right, ladies, because we're coming up. We want the world to know. We're gonna let it show. That's right. We got so much going on, ladies. This is just incredible. So I will see you here tomorrow. Have a great one. Cheers.